Let me continue with the program. So students, I simply created the various functions. Now if you run the program, you will not get any output. See, no output. Why? You did not call any of these functions. You simply created the function. The functions are ready and they should be called from the main function. So I am going to write the main function now. If I write the code here, it will not be main function, it will be part of this function, because just see the indentation, it is indented along with this one. Okay, so if I write the code here, this code is actually part of this function. How can you make it main function? It must be indented like this. Okay, so now this becomes the main function. Maybe for your understanding, I will simply write a comment. Main function starts here. Remember, if you write like this statement is part of this one because it is indented along with this one. Just see the indentation. For this statement to be part of main function, it should be indented like this. Okay. Now I told you, whenever you write a menu driven program, what is the first piece of code? Infinite while loop. Okay, so here also you can write infinite while loop. Inside infinite while loop, the menu should be displayed, and in order to display the menu, you can call the function by the name menu. Okay, how do you call a function? Just write the name of the function followed by function symbol. If you want to pass anything, that must be written here, and menu function you don't need to pass anything. Okay, so in order to call the function, the method is name of the function followed by function symbol. No need for colon. Colon comes only in the definition. Please understand that. So when you run the program, execution of a Python program starts at the main function. So infinite while loop, control comes inside. On encountering this one, the control will come here, because on encountering a function call, finally control reaches a point where the function is defined. Now this menu displayed in the computer's monitor. After executing a function, to where the control goes to the point from where the function was called, which means control comes back here. Now after displaying the menu, you should enter your choice. So C is equal to, no need to write int input. Okay, so no need to write int input because it is already written. You just need to call the function R choice, this one. So let me copy paste, right click, copy, and here you can paste it. Okay, so what about the working of this one? When you run the program, execution of a Python program starts and ends at main function. It is the infinite while loop. Here menu function called, so menu displayed. Assignment operator means right hand side is assigned to left hand side. This is a function call. On encountering a function call, finally control reaches the point where the function is defined. So here choice is entered from the keyboard. Suppose the choice entered is 1. Your variable C contains 1. Return 1 to where 1 is returned, to the point from where the function was called. So answer 1 is returned to this point, that is assigned to variable C, so that your variable C now contains 1. Now let me check the condition. If C equal to 1, I should calculate the area of the square. Later I will do it. Pass. L if choice equal to 2. For the time being, everywhere I will write pass. Let me copy paste this one. If choice equal to 3, pass. Choice equal to 4, pass. Choice equal to 5. You should exit from the program. How do you exit from the program? Break. And finally you can write one else. Here you can print wrong choice. wrong choice. Okay, now choice equal to 1. I should calculate the area of the square. How do you find the area of the square? First, the side must be entered from the keyboard, isn't it? How can you read the side of a square? Call the function r side. Okay, so I'm going to call the function here. The answer should be stored in some variable s. What's the meaning of that? See, assignment operator means right hand side is assigned to left hand side. So this is a function call. On encountering a function call, finally control reaches the point where the function is defined. Why did I say finally it reaches the point where the function is defined? Because in the last video tutor I told you Python does not understand this, so it searches for a meaning. Searching is done from top to bottom. This is comment ignored by the Python interpreter. This is importing the module math. This is definition of the function menu. This is definition of the function read choice. And here the Python interpreter understands that r side is a function, and finally the control comes here. Okay, so you can remember like this. On encountering a function call, finally control reaches the point where the function is defined. Here side is entered from the keyboard. Suppose the side is 10. Variable s contains 10. Now return 10 to where the answer is returned to the point from where the function was called. So here you get 10, that is assigned it to variable s. So now your variable s contains 10. Now I should find the area of the square, and for that you can call this function by the name a square. So here you can call that function area of square. Certainly the side should be passed because the variable s is available in the main function. This function does not know the value of s, so certainly that should be passed. And what about the working of this one? When you call, suppose your s is 10, here 10 is passed. When you call a function, control goes to the point where the function is defined. This variable s contains 10. So 10 into 10, 100. A contains 100 and 100 displayed in the computer's monitor. Okay. Now let me run this much part of the program. F5. I implemented only 1, so I can type only 1. Enter the side of the square, let it be 12. You get area of the square is equal to 144. Now let me implement the remaining ones. Rectangle. So first length and breadth must be entered from the keyboard. So you can call the function read length breadth. Certainly that should be stored in the variables L comma B equals. Okay, so when you call a function, finally control reaches the point where the function is defined. You read the length, example 10, you read the breadth, example 5, return 10 comma 5 to where it is returned to the point from where the function was called. So here you get 10 comma 5. 10 is assigned it to the leftmost variable, 5 is assigned it to the next leftmost variable, and so on. Okay, so L contains 10, B contains 5. Now you can find the area of the rectangle. For that you should call the function area rectangle. Just copy paste. So while calling the function, no need to write colon, it's a mistake. Now similarly, option number 3, area of the triangle. So first I should read base and altitude. Read base, altitude. I can store in two variables b comma a equals. Now I should find the area of the triangle. You can copy paste this function. Right click, copy, you call the function. It's done. Now area of the circle. The radius of the circle should be entered from the keyboard. You should call this function. The returned answer can be stored in a variable r. I hope you understand the working of this one. Assignment operator, right hand side is assigned to left hand side. Here this is a function call. On encountering a function call, finally control reaches the point where the function is defined. Here you enter the radius. Suppose if it is 1, 1, return 1 to where 1 is returned, to the point from where the function was called. So now your variable r contains 1. So radius is entered from the keyboard. Now I should calculate the area of the circle, and for that you can call the function a circle. Certainly r must be passed. Here I made use of capital R. So certainly you should pass capital R. Variable names are case sensitive. Now you can run the program F5. Option number 1 already implemented. Let me try with the 2. Length 10, breadth 5. Area of the rectangle is equal to 50.0. Now let me go for option number 3, triangle. Base of the triangle 100. Altitude of the triangle 5. So area of the triangle is equal to half base into altitude, 500 divided by 250. Now next one. Area of the circle 4. Unit circle, so radius is 1. You can see area of the circle is 3.14. I want the answer correct to 2 places of decimals, so you can use the round function. Okay, let me modify that. Here let me use the round function. Where should I use area of the circle? Here. So round answer comma 2. Save your file, run the program. 4. Unit circle. So now the answer is rounded to 2 places of decimals. Okay, if I enter 99, I get wrong choice, and in order to exit 5. So this is how you write a program by making use of functions. So please understand the various parts of a function that will be explained in the next video tutor.